Hey, what's going on, you savages? Welcome to the show. Make it quick. Head to traviscrutcher.com. All things speaking. So if it's workshops, if it's keynotes, whatever you need, I got you covered. Whatever your team's pain points are, we can make it happen. We'll build something custom for you. Like I've said before, I've got the prepackaged stuff. You can totally choose from one of those. We can go through those options. But if you've got specific pain points, then you need a specific keynote or a specific workshop. So that's my jam, is building something custom for you that's going to really address your problems. Also, you can check out one-on-one success coaching over there at traviscrutcher.com, as well as podcast consulting. If you've decided, hey, you know what, I want to get into the podcast space, I want to launch my own show, I can help you out and get you started on the right track instead of, don't get me started. There's a lot of bullshit out there. So head to traviscrutcher.com, check those things out. Also head to teardownapparel.com. We've got flex fit hats. You guys have been hitting me up for them. Finally got some dropped, and we're going to have some more designs dropping soon, flex fit. So if that's your jam, then just check it out and just be patient. If it's not there yet, send a request to the Facebook page or on Instagram. Hit us up. Let us know what you want to see, and we'll make it happen. Also, lastly, but certainly not leastly, head to thealphainitiative.com. That's that collaborative space that I've got put together with Jess and Baruch, and there's another contributor coming in the future. Check out the Featured Human. That's going to be a new person every month, and tons of free resources there just to get your mind right and get you out there optimally performing and just kicking life's ass. So please check those things out. And now I'm going to shut up so that I can thereby talk some more.
Welcome to Not Sorry with Travis Crutcher, the show where Travis will say some things that might trigger you, offend you, make you laugh, or even motivate you. So, if you're not easily offended, stick around and enjoy. On the other hand, if you are easily offended, listen anyway. Then go tell everyone how triggered you were. Either way, you can be certain of one thing: Travis is not sorry.
All right, here we go. So today we're going to talk about the verbiage, live in the moment, and I might dabble in a little YOLO as well. So here's the deal. The concept of live in the moment, right? You hear this in the motivational space all the time. And in the coaching arena, like everyone says, you got to live in the moment, right? And I think what's happened over the last several years is this notion of live in the moment has gotten procreated and turned into something that it wasn't intended to be, in my opinion, right? So what you'll see now is a lot of people like, oh, well, fucking live in the moment, do the dumb shit, right? And that I don't think is the intent. That's not the design of the phrase, right? And so for me, like when it comes to live in the moment, that's designed to mean be present. Okay, so for example, like when I take the tribe to Disney World, right? I don't fucking have my phone out. I'm not taking endless selfies. I'm not checking social. I'm not checking emails. Like, you want to get an autoresponder quick, fast, in a hurry, hit me up when we're at Disney World. That's what it means by be in the moment, live in the moment, be present where you are in the thing you're doing. Okay. It doesn't mean make all the worst fucking decisions that you possibly can over the course of a weekend. Right. And so this live in the moment and the YOLO thing have gotten like linked together, and they both are good points. You only live once. That is a fact. Like I don't know anyone who's done it twice. And so it's important to recognize, like, yes, fleeting time is not on your side, right? You got to fucking take your shot while you can. That also doesn't mean make all the fucking shitty decisions. So here's what I want to challenge you with is this idea. Is the moment worth the future, right? Because what I'm seeing a lot of with people espousing this idea now is it's like, it's almost a consequence-free zone. Oh, I was living in the moment, right? YOLO. Like, no, bitch, that's not what it means. Like, you know what? You're right. You only live once, so fucking plan accordingly. Be in the moment and recognize, is the decision you're about to make worth jeopardizing your future? I was talking through this concept last week with somebody, and the example I use, like, hey, young man who's at a strip club, right? This chick likes me. Yeah, right now, you dumbass. But is that girl who's at home, who's going to love you for forever, going to fucking forgive this? Is this temporary thing? Like, is this in the moment worth the cost of your future? Probably fucking not, right? And so when you're out there living in the moment, you also need to assess if what you're about to do is worth jeopardizing what you could possibly lose, right? Same with the YOLO concept. Yeah, you only live once. That doesn't mean just go out and fucking see what happens, right? This notion of YOLO and it means like, oh, just fucking live in the moment and see what happens. And if it sticks, it sticks. Nah, that's bullshit. That's a fucking cop-out. That is a lazy way to look at those two concepts. The intentionality needs to exist in both instances, right? If you're talking about live in the moment, you need to be fucking present. You need to be intentional. You need to be super deliberate about being in that moment. Doesn't mean don't enjoy it, but it means like really take in what you're supposed to be taking in, right? You know, a Disney World thing, like when I'm with the tribe, they're like, we'll stay and watch the fireworks. I don't give a fuck about explosions in the sky. Trust me, I've seen plenty of explosions in my lifetime. That shit don't impress me. When that's going on, I'm living in the moment by looking at the faces of the people that I made. That's the moment. That it's not in the fucking sky. It's not taking a selfie. It's not a shitty fireworks video. Trust me, no one wants to see it. It looks terrible. It's looking at the people that you are there with, being present for them. That's living in the moment. That's intentionally being present. And with the YOLO thing, yeah, you only live once, dude. Only one crack at this fucking thing. So to go out there flippantly and just see what happens, that is not the fucking way. That isn't going to give you the impact you want. That's not going to build the legacy that you want. That's not going to put all the good things around you that you want to see as a successful person, right? So when you're thinking, oh, YOLO, yeah, YOLO, so you better fucking plan accordingly, man. You got to get hyper intentional about what it is you want to do and what you want to see happen, because you only get one crack at it. You know, and I'm not saying don't take risks, because if you know me, you know that I will iterate, dude. I will experiment with shit over and over again until I get it right, or at least some version of right, because I know perfection is unattainable. But it doesn't, so like, yeah, YOLO, like do the thing, but be intentional about why you're doing it. Make a plan for how to do it the best possible way you can. And on top of that, make sure that you're not living in the moment to the detriment of your future. Because that's what I see so often. You've got these people who are, you know, mid to late 20s, and they're wondering why their whole life is a fucking disaster. Well, you YOLO'd too much, you dumb fuck. You lived in the moment and made all those shitty decisions, right? Like another shot, I'm here to tell you, is not the best idea, right? Oh, live in the moment. Yeah, okay. Well, fucking, you could jeopardize the entirety of your future with that momentary decision. So I'm not saying don't take risks. I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself. What I'm saying is you're right. YOLO, motherfucker. You only get one shot. So you better be hyper intentional about what it is you're doing, why you're doing it. And live in the moment. That means be present for why you're there and who you're there with. It doesn't mean make shitty decisions. It's not your get out of jail free card, guys. You can't just go, oh, I was living in the moment and fucking whoopsie, you know. It's not how it works. Not how it works. And that mindset just doesn't garner long-term fucking benefits. It just doesn't. You know, look at any successful relationship. Look at any successful business partnership. Look at any successful entrepreneur. And they're going to be like, yeah, I live presently in the moment. I focus on what it is I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And I'm hyper intentional about the notion of I only get one crack at this fucking thing. So I need to make it the very best I possibly can. So quit looking at those two phrases, your get out of jail free card. Quit looking at those, your cop out to the shitty decisions, right? Because there's a whole swath of humanity right now that are leaning on those two things to justify why they did something fucking stupid. That's not what that means. Both those sayings, right? Live in the moment and YOLO, those shits mean you need to be fucking on your A game, dude. You need to be hyper intentional while you're there. You need to be super present in the thoughts and the intentions behind it. That's what that shit means. So if you've been thinking about it the other way, I would encourage you, fucking flip the script on that shit, man, and start looking at it as a way to start building your legacy. Start looking at it as a way to improve and empower every situation you're a part of, because you know you only get one crack at this fucking thing, and you want to be hyper present and hyper intentional about what it is that you're doing and why you're there. Cool? All right. That is it. I'm rant complete. I hope you guys dug it. I hope you took something away from it, and I will talk to you next time. Later.